We got an awesome show planned for you today. Our voice. And we're going to focus on a relationship issue titled Relationship Healing. Our Voice is the only internet radio talk show that advocates grassroots perspectives and needs of individuals at the local level. We're going to listen to this and start it off, and then we're going to make it do what it do. My, have you ever been told you're knee deep? I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, the host of Our Voice, again, the talks radio show that advocates the grassroots perspective and needs of individuals. We want you to be a part of the show by calling in, and the call-in number so you can be a part of the show is 347-857-4192. Press 1, and I'll make sure I get you on the line by identifying the last 4 digits of your cell. Ask for your location, then you can chat with Dr. Rosa D. Smith as we focus on relationship healing, something we too many times take for granted. Even recently, I can relate this to the political realm. Their relationships needs to be healed because you could have been on different sides of the perspective. So we want to make sure we focus on what is relationship healing. By calling in, you definitely get an opportunity to do that. Like I said, when you call in and you want to share your thought, your point of view, just talk with me, hit the number 1 button, your hand will raise up, and we will recognize you by giving the last 4 digits of your cell. The web link to hear the show is www.blogtalkradio.com/WVSW Internet Talk Radio. Our website is WVSW Radio, the internet station 23.wic.com, as well as we're excited about being broadcast live on the different social media sites. That's why WVSW Radio, the number 1 internet station, we're the first radio station that used the social medias, the internet part of this to broadcast. I know a lot of radio stations have their base, they'll sit there, they'll stay locally, but we're excited because WVSW Radio is heard all over the world on 6 continents, and we'll discuss that a little later. As we talk about our live broadcast, there are particular handles that we use to make sure you connect. If you're not a follower or a friend, you can become today. First of all, Facebook.com, Big O Live, and TikTok Live. You can go to Dr. L. Dialberto Smith. Then on Instagram, you have an opportunity where we're partners with the brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter of Greenville, Alabama, and they'll have Squad Greenville 81. We give a shout out to those brothers. They had an awesome program this past weekend, where they fed 150 residents of Butler County, Alabama, which consists of Greenville being one of the major cities, Georgiana, as well as McKinsey. Then you have many others, Forest Home, you got Pigeon Creek, got so many. But they fed 150 resident Thanksgiving dinner. They partner with Simply Beautiful Event Center and Mary Ruth's Restaurant, and they all came together. That's with Phi Beta Sigma being one of their social projects they do to provide back to the community. Operation Blue Hope, and they fed 150 people Thanksgiving dinner. That is awesome. We'll congratulate those brothers for doing what they're doing, also co-sponsoring a lot of our shows, being partners with us on this radio station. And in December, they'll be out at it again. Operation Blue Hope, elderly blanket giveaway. They're going to be giving away blankets to the elders in the nursing homes or live in the home in Butler County. You have Georgiana, Alabama. You have Greenville, Alabama. And it's a possibility they will step out and go to Luverne, Alabama, which is in Crenshaw County. So give a shout out to those brothers. They'll throw blankets to those individuals. And that's giving back. That will be happening on December the 20th and December the 21st. And they'll be doing it on a Saturday where they're giving away and taking blankets to the clients at those living assistance resident homes, as well as those individuals and their management supporting what we're doing. So we're excited for those brothers. Keep doing what you're doing. But their handle is Z Squad Greenville, 1980 to Mr. LT3. Thank you for joining us. You're the first one up. Thank you so much. Also, we are broadcast live on YouTube, and that's the Smithway Enterprises. We ask you to take an opportunity to check us out on the Smithway Enterprises. That is WBSW Radio, the #1 internet station where we have listeners and watchers in 48 countries and six continents. And as we was talking about YouTube, make sure you subscribe. $5.99, you can subscribe. If you want to super chat, bam, super chat. You have an opportunity to do that once you become a. So we invite you to do that, to be a part of this. As we talk about 48 countries where we have watchers and listeners on 6 continents. Recently, we had 3 countries added in the last week and a half, and that brought us up to 48. 3 countries are Cameroon, Egypt, and Saudi Arabia. So thank you so much for being a part of this. Each of the listeners in those 3 countries, beside the other 45 countries that we serve. Being so excited about having listeners and watchers in those countries, we want to give back. We would like for you to register for WBSW Radio giveaways. And what we actually do is send your name along with a means of transaction. There are 5 means of transactions that we are making an effort to provide you a chance to attach this and send it in so we can send back to you. In essence, we call love offerings. Varies from $5 to $100. But what we're asking you to register is a giveaway. We give away hotel stays. Varies from 3 nights, 4 days, or 5 nights, 6 days, nationally, as well as domestic. So when you register and your name is pulled from the raffle, you will have an opportunity to activate that and have 18 months to go either to 3 night, 4 days, 5 nights, 6 days in a luxury hotel all over the world. So we're giving back, and we will start picking that closer to Thanksgiving, and through the month of December, there will be several trips available. So you need to get your name in. Send your name to LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com along with a means of transaction. And those means of transaction is Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle. Send it to us, and we'll make sure we put your name into the raffle so you can have an opportunity to win one of the prizes. Yes, we give away hotel stays, not trip, hotel stays, along with books from the authors, gift cards, gas vouchers, food voucher, movie passes, car wash vouchers, book bags. In January, we'll be giving away 10 book bags. And you could be one of the individuals who win one to give to your child, give to your brother, give to your cousins, give your niece and nephew, your grandchildren. You have a chance to do it. But we need you to register. Again, send your name with one of these means of transaction: Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle to Lorenza D. Smith15@gmail.com. The last thing we ask you to do in support is two things. It's two things we're going to ask you to do in support of what we are doing. We want you to sow a seed of $1 with WVSW radio station by cash apping $1 to $LORENZADSMITH and or PayPal Lorenza D. Smith15@gmail.com. Show us how much what we're doing. Send $1. All we ask is you sow a seed of $1. And the last thing we actually, as our program move on, you have an opportunity on one of the networks you're on to purchase. I know for sure I'm going to give you an assortment, and if this one is on to purchase it, do this and buy back, send back. We're support what we're doing. You have a flower, which is a rose. You have a star, a badge, or like. You have an opportunity to purchase one of those and cash in on the opportunity to help us promote what we're doing. So if you're taking the opportunity to do that, go to the confetti, hit the like button. I want to see everybody. If you like what we're doing, hit a like button. I don't care what site you're on. Hit the like button. Oh, let's get started with our show because it's so important that we move with our time. The title again is Relationship Healing. I just want to see individuals, if they want to put their hands up, how many of you having challenges healing from a relationship in the past or one that is currently going on, but you want to end it, but you're afraid of the healing process. And we're going to talk about the healing process. We got several people join us also on one of the devices. We have Lewin Morris. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you so much. Kia, thank you so much. We also have Tay, Badass 33, Big Daddy. We have Jay Smith. Thank you so much. You got a lot of S's. Whitney, thank you. We're gonna say hi to Yana. Yan, we're gonna say Yan. Like Lonnie Yanni, we'll say that. Then we have had a Green Brim Mihai. That's the name that's listed here. Noel, Maria, Wallace, thank you so much. Malcolm, Yvette Smith, thank you. That's my sister. Thank you so much. Paradise, thank you. Alayadi is Adelali. Thank you. I'm sorry. Marlena, Shana Holmes, Fritzner, thank you so much. Ecstatic, let go, Charlemagne Grant, thank you. Barbara, taking time. Melinda, thank you for joining us. And we move forward. For others, we will give a shout out to. We have Keisha joining us over here. We have Sally joining us. Thank you so much. As we move forward from the relationship healing, we want you to respond. We want you to type in your comment and give us your opinion. What do you think? What is the healing process? What's the time frame? Have you been in a situation that requires you to heal from in regards to relationship? As we talk about relationship, we have to ask that question: what does relationship healing mean? We first have to look at a couple things. I want you to just take an opportunity to look back at your relationships. What did you do to heal? What were some things you had to focus on? And we're going to share some things with you, but you can write your own story. can write exactly what you, and you should journal what you're doing. So if you encounter this again, you'll know how to. When we're talking about relationship healing, we refer to the process of actively working to repair damage or negativity within your relationship. Your goal is to repair the damage that caused by both of you, because the relationship requires two people to work in, and we can't just want to shift all the blame over to the one you say is the perpetrator, which is your partner or mate, and you play the victim role. You have to accept your sense of responsibility in this as well. To repair a damage, a negativity within a relationship, we must allow for improved communication. See, we have to be able to talk to one another. One of the biggest challenges in a relationship, it's a cornerstone or foundation, is communication. Do you have honest communication? Do you have open communication? Do you have the ability to have active listening skills? See, just saying that you have it don't allow you to have it, because you have to understand active listening skills come in three forms, come into three ways. See, you just said active listening skill means, first of all, you have to have the ability to listen and not talk. See, it's tough for some people to do because they need to be right. They need to get their point out, so they won't lie. They'll distract you. They become delusional. They do many things, but if you are active listener, let your mouth close when you should be listening to what your mate or partners are saying. Then you take whatever they said and go through a process of elimination, breaking down, thinking about it, critical thinking, before you solidify it by responding to what they share with you. That process is not easy for a lot of us. We need to work, and we ask why our relationship have never healed. See, it's the worst thing to get into a relationship with someone who have never healed, because it's saying hurt people, because they lack the ability to improve their communication. They lack the ability to trust someone or themselves trustworthy. They lack the ability to connect with their partner. And they're not able to address any hurt, any past hurt, or just past hurt, unresolved conflict, unhealthy patterns. See, these are three things I want to kind of take a minute to talk about. When you're talking about addressing past hurt, whatever happened to you 15 years ago don't have a darn thing to do with me now, unless you continue to bring those behaviors that you never healed from to this relationship. We talk about don't bring baggage with you. Some people see baggage in a different way. They identify it different. But I see baggage is where you was in a toxic relationship. You learned bad behaviors. And those behaviors you have not corrected because you never took time to heal. First, identifying what the problem is, and then addressing the problem. And if you cannot work on healing, you definitely seek professional help to help you heal. I have a host that comes on our Tuesday night show, second and fourth Tuesday. Give a shout out to Pastor Eddie Pratt out of the Fort Worth, Dallas area. He's on our show. And he talks about that because he's a relationship strategist. He's a relationship expert. He's a relationship coach. He works with people. And he said one of the biggest things he focuses on when he's in his sessions with, that he focuses on letting them know you must be able to heal. You must be able to put yourself in a position to heal, because again, if you never take the time to heal, you will never be able to be happy or at peace in your next relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, it's a family relationship, whether it's a friend relationship, whether it's a workplace relationship, whether it's an organization relationship, or whether the community. I want you to take a minute to think about those people that comes into, for example, your organization. You're part of an organization, your workplace, your community, your church, and they never heal. They're constantly trying to tear things down. They always want, no matter what meetings you have, they want to have a meeting outside of that meeting. So they there to destroy what's going on because they're not happy. They never heal. They don't understand the damage that needs to be repaired. They don't understand the negativity that they have needs to be repaired. For them to have a healthy relationship, they have to allow improved communication. They have to allow trust to be there. They have to allow their ability to connect with their partner. They have to be able to address their past hurt. They have to be able to unresolve conflict, meaning they should be able to resolve conflict. They should be able to work on a healthy pattern. Right now, they are unhealthy. They should be able to set goals of fostering more positive and supported dynamics. Again, they need to set goals of fostering a more positive and a supported dynamic between individuals they're involved in. That's hard work. Are you capable? Are you willing? Can you do that? Have you healed? Do you know what healing is? Do you know what healing is? We understand going to the doctor feeling bad. You want to give a medicine, give you a shot, give you something to heal. Are you capable, sometimes with support, to heal from a toxic relationship? Or remember again, say it again, you pick up habits from that toxic relationship that you're going to bring down to your new relationship. That is part of your core. That is part of your foundation. You know, I think about what's going on when I say events that occurred that have caused relationships, family relationships to be challenged. Hurt because your political party did not win. So you tell your family member, because your family member didn't go, and this was senile this was crazy when I heard this. Some people and somehow supposed to be a well-known expert comes on in front of 10 million people and say that you have the right not to want to be around your family because they voted different from you. That is sick. Something is wrong with you to even sit there and say that. No, you don't have to be around your family. You ain't healed enough to be around your family. But you ain't healed enough to be on the workplace. You're not healed enough to be in a romantic relationship. You're not healed enough to be in an organization. You're not healed to be enough to be in the community. Until you heal or go through the process, something is wrong. And as we move forward, I have a couple of clips that I'm going to play as we move through here. And as soon as I can put my eyes on it. But we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. We just talked earlier about Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama, how they provided the meals for feeding the 150 resident of Butler County Thanksgiving dinner. But you also can check them out at their venue, Mary Ruth's Restaurant, the best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama.
Looking for home cooked food in a family-friendly environment? Well, look no further than Mary Ruth's. Mary Ruth's Restaurant, located at 261 State Highway 106 in beautiful Georgiana, Alabama. Great food in a family-friendly environment. Mary Ruth's Restaurant offers home-cooked breakfast. All the fixings you name it, they've got it. And not just home-cooked breakfast. Home-cooked breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Restaurant specializes in a meat and 3 vegetables meal. And meat and 3. Also, home-cooked hamburgers, Philly cheese sandwiches, and much more. Seafood Restaurant has seafood fries, barbecue Saturday, and a dog club brunch, and made from scratch, including the desserts and so much more. You eat more. 261 West State Highway 106 in Georgiana. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Come up today. 334-362-4032. That's 334-362-4032. Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Home-cooked meals. Family-friendly environment. Great food. Who can ask for more in a restaurant? Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Breakfast from 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Lunch from 11 till 2. And dinner from 5 until 9. Barbecue Saturdays begin at 11 a.m. and last until 9. Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana. Home-cooked food with a family-friendly environment. Come on,
Give a shout out to Mary Ruth's Restaurant. Thank you for your support. The co-owners, that is Marvin Lala Smith and Pastor Katrina Roper Smith. They're member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, which is Marvin, and member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated is Katrina. The best Southern cooking in South Central Alabama. They're located at 261 State Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. You also can give them a call if you're in this area or traveling in this area and you want to grab something quick. Give them a call at 549-0950. That'll be Mr. Marvin Smith. Then you go to Facebook and check out the menu. Check out what they're preparing for the day. That's go to Marvin Smith or Katrina Roper Smith. Either one of those, and you can see what's going on. When we're talking about what does relation healing mean, we have to again look at healing the relationship, recognize that the emotional and spiritual well-being of the people in the relationship are of paramount importance in the subject of healing. See, respect feelings, the opinions, and the viewpoint of others. Respect for the differences and diversity. Communication is direct and honest. I want to play something, even though it's related to a political field, a political thought, but this person tells the real truth about what you need to do when you don't win the race and you feel defeated, but you're angry and you still want to continue to do the things you think you're doing, even though you're not successful with it, and you end up being to the point getting the same results, which is not successful. But this person shared this, and this is Mariam Williams. Matter of fact, she ran for president in 2016, maybe 20, and she just talked about a particular group of individual party that needs to look at the real truth. Let's play this.
So anybody with a modicum of historical understanding knows that when there is a large group of desperate people, people in fear, people in confusion, the emergence of a strong man is almost inevitable. And so the lack of psychological perspicacity, the lack of emotional astuteness that is involved in the crowd that currently runs the Democratic Party is very unfortunate. They got what they deserved. It's a crash and burn for the Democratic establishment, but we didn't get what we deserved. And the Democratic Party now needs to have the political equivalent of a Truth and Reconciliation Commission, a humble inquiry into what has happened, that the Democratic Party has lost its emotional and logical connection to such a wide swath of the American electorate.
Well, I can tell you what happened. Because they empathy for the feedback that they kept getting from the voters. I mean, voters were screaming it at the top of their lungs what the top issues were. But every step of the way, the party and the obviously left-wing media would do what? Gaslight everybody. And because we have people in this country that behave this way, it has caused hard times for a lot of Americans.
I just wanted to kind of play that and listen to what she was saying. That people that get so entrenched in things, and when it don't go their way, this affects their emotional, remember that, and their spiritual well-being. What you have to do, you have to sit down and have a deep thought process. Take a step back. That's the same way with healing. The healing comes when you take the step back. If you continue to push forth and try to push your narrative, and it's people want to hear, then you do more damage to yourself than to others. So in a relationship, if we want a healthy relationship, we have to recognize the emotional and spiritual wellness of an individual means more than getting your point across. See, we want to think about that. So as we move forward, we're going to look at some of the characteristics of a healthy relationship. See, a healing relationship, which is a healthy relationship. Healing relationship focus on creating a space where balance and harmony exist. It's the same thing she was saying. We need to take a step back and find the balance, find the harmony in our healing process. See, when we take the step back to find the harmony and the balance, our process can be successful. See, the healing process for a relationship, a healing process for you in a competitive outcome that may not be yours or might not be the way you want it to be, require you to deal with the conflict. See, the conflict is not with the other individual. Its conflict is with you. And if it becomes a conflict with your mate, partner, family member, you need to deal directly with it in a timely manner. You need to make sure you seek the feedback. That requires you to listen and not be so caught up in your feeling. See, feelings is an emotion that you must be able to balance with your other well-being. See, our ultimate goal is to be stable. Our ultimate goal is to be to the point where we are a master of our well-being. See, our well-being is our physical, our emotional, our spiritual. I said that your spiritual, your financial, your mental, and your social, your psychological well-being. See, if you don't take time to heal, all you're going to do is spin your wheels, and it's going to lead you to some behaviors that can damage your relationship skills for the rest of your life. I say, if 15 years ago you was in a toxic relationship and you still promoting the skills that you learned from that relationship, you have not healed. And these are kind of things that these individuals who have not healed have focused on. They focus on these kind of behavior, shaming, blaming, insulting, making folk feel guilty, and also wanting to be right. So we call this sign language. When you're around someone who hadn't healed, they are in that process. When things don't go their way, they do sign language. And the acronym of sign language, an acronym of sign is the S is shame. Have you been in where someone quickly try to shame you when you're trying to act? I have seen it recently more so on the content that's out there, but also on mainstream media too. There's a sense of shaming when you come and tell them that ain't the way it is. You didn't see what happened. See, that's just like saying there was something that happened on November the 5th that should open our eyes to say there's change. It might not be the way we want it to be, but we have to understand that it happened, and it happened for a reason. But people who use sign language in a relationship, we tell you their behaviors are not good because you hadn't healed yet. For example, again, the S is shaming. They have no problem in shaming you. They're going to say something. They're going to hit you below the belt because, see, you are not agreeing with what they're saying. The next thing is insult. See, when they insult you, they have a tendency to blame you. You know, you're the reason why. See, they insult you. The G in that sign is guilt. They're going to make you feel guilty because I go the way they go. Just like I was listening to Marianne Williamson, and as she talked about people need to get it together and accept it has happened. What you need to do is come up with a way to deal with it. If you don't, you're going to have some challenges in the future. So what we have to do is we have to not make someone feel guilty. You won't make a family member feel guilty because they may have voted, you voted. You see how relationship can be destroyed. See, we have to work on healing relationship. It doesn't matter. See, it's one thing as a former coach, head coach, high school, middle school, even having an opportunity to work as a G8 in the college level. I want to tell you, competition, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. The question is how you handle the winning and how you handle the losing. See, you should learn something from losing. People ought to realize that if I go out there and play another team in a sport and we get smacked really good, I need to take what happened and learn something from it. We're not trying to teach you to lose, but lose with grace. Grace is the loser that takes it as an opportunity to get better. See, this is what we're talking about in the relationship. You do not want to shame, insult, make someone feel guilty, and last, you can see it. Just look at any one of these talk shows or in one of these media, mainstream media that need to be right. I'm going to be right. I'm stuck on it. I'm going to be right. But it does more damage to your relationship. They even, a part of this, a characteristic of someone not able to deal with the feedback that they get. They become verbally and emotionally abusive because they want to control you. They want to control the narrative. But truly, you can't allow this behavior to be tolerated. You have to set boundaries. Enforce appropriately inappropriate behavior, shaming, insult, blaming, trying to make you feel guilty, and their ideal of need to be right. Show that inappropriate behavior is not going to be accepted. Hold people are responsible, because responsibility and accountability occurs when you let people know you're not going to accept inappropriate behavior. See, when you hold people accountable, facts and data, truth. If they have a narrative, it doesn't matter what you say, they don't want to change. But we always say the truth will set you free. But when I hold the setting of boundaries and enforce those boundaries, when there's inappropriate behavior, accept responsibility and accountability, where we're encouraging and fostering, my level of my relationship will grow in a positive way. See, a healthy level of commitment will come into play. And that healthy level of commitment to the betterment of both parties is expected and fostered. See, both people and their needs are of equal importance. Healing relationships operate from a position of trust. Joint problem solving is the norm. Both parties strive to find win-win solution. Competition is avoided. Those are characteristics of a healing relationship. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor. This is Lena Payton Webb. She's the CEO of Blue Impressions Publishing, and I'm glad to have her want to play what we're doing. We thank her so much for just want to be here. That's Lena Payton Webb, Dr. Lena Payton Webb, our advertisement, Blue Impressions Publishing, LLC.
Share inspiring stories with the world? Look no further than Blue Impressions Publishing, the premier publishing company that specializes in creating meaningful and impactful books and journals. Blue Impressions Publishing, veteran-owned by author Lena Payton Webb, offers comprehensive services to bring your vision to life. Their mission is to empower writers, mental health professionals, consultants, coaches, and spiritual leaders to make a positive impact through their publications. Not only do they publish your words, they give you the strategy to be a successful author and earn an additional source of income. So whether you're an aspiring author or a seasoned writer, Blue Impressions Publishing is the publisher for you. Don't let your story go untold. Visit the website today, yourartisticexpressions.com. You can also call 833-951-2665 to learn more about their services and be on your publishing journey. Blue Impressions Publishing, where inspiring stories leave a lasting impression.
Blue Impressions Publishing, LLC. They can provide you an opportunity to write a story, write the novel, write the book, your memoir, whatever you want to produce. They'll help you with that and also provide you some strategies to marketing that book, that comic book, that coloring book, that just novel of a book of your life, whatever it is, they're there. That's Lena Payton Webb. Sorry, Dr. Lena Payton Webb, member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. We're excited to connect and have her support. And her company support is 833 is her number is 833-951-2665. 833-951-2665. Give her a call, see how she can work with you. Go to Facebook, type in Lena Payton Webb. She have doctor on there now, and it can populate, and you can DM her and connect with her. As we move forward, there's a couple of things, key points that we want to focus on in regards to relationship healing. See, the key points are addressing past wounds. That's why I say whatever the hurt was 10 years ago, it must be already addressed. Don't come to that new relationship bringing that hurt with you. See, this really involves acknowledging and processing past hurts and negative experience that might affect the relationship dynamics. Open communication. Honest and open dialogue is crucial to express feelings, needs, and concerns in a safe and respectful manner. Active listening. Pay full attention to your mate's perspective and validating their emotion. Setting boundaries. Establishing clear limits and expectation to maintain a healthy relationship. Forgiveness. Let go of resentment. And choosing to move forward from the past. Let go of resentment and choose to move forward from the past. That's your past mistakes. Professional support. Seek guidance from a therapist or counselor can be beneficial in navigating complex relationship issues. Seek counseling. Seek someone that can work with you so you can be the best version of yourself. Do not continue to carry that hurt and you constantly not happy because you still hurt. You still not understanding. And what you want to do to be able to understand how successful you can be. So these are some things that helps you look at relationships, the process of healing. Don't take them for granted. Give a shout out to our next sponsor. That's L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, Mr. Anthony Stallworth. L&T Stallworth Lawn Service, LLC, talks about hard work. Connect with Anthony Stallworth by giving him a call at 334-300-7401. Go to Facebook, type in Anthony Stallworth, it'll populate his information. DM Anthony to get a quote, see what particular area in South Central Alabama he's located, willing to come to work with you. He's the manicure expert of South Central Alabama. So we give a shout out to Mr. Stallworth. Thank you. He's a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma chapter in Greenville, Alabama. So thank you, Mr. Stallworth, and what you're doing. Our next thing is how to have a healing relationship. There are some steps to heal and repair your relationship. You must heal and repair yourself first. That's the first thing you have to make as a priority. Seek the help you need. But these are some steps to repair your relationship. First, you want to self-reflect. Self-reflection is very. Go back and I call pro and con your life while you're in a relationship. Journal what you're doing. That way you can go back at it. Communication. Honest, open communication. See, these two steps are crucial steps for healing a relationship. And the most important, we'll put it at the top, is self-reflection. Go back and look. Don't blame someone else. Go see what you did. Go self-reflect your action. Don't get into the game of blaming other people and not willing to take your responsibility. The second step is rekindle intimacy. You got to rekindle it. It's not talking about sexual intimacy. It could be where you touch the small of their back, where you hug, hold hands, be that protective about if you're walking. You should always walk to the outside, closer to whatever the traffic or the danger is. I don't care where you're going. You figure that out. Rekindle that intimacy. I'm going to tell you, we heard some individuals I did start doing, opening their doors, pulling the chair out, having that honest conversation, talking with them without shouting, screaming, hollering. It goes a long way to helping your intimacy. Seeking professional help. Indicate that I think you should, everybody, especially in our community, should seek therapy. Seek counseling. We have dealt with a lot of things from generation to generation, been passed on past. We need to address some of these issues. When you refuse to do so, then you're going to be stuck where you are. You won't be accountable for your action. You won't be able to be responsible for your action. You can never self-reflect. You cannot communicate honestly and open because you have the hang-ups. You're struggling there. Seek the professional help. Practice patience and forgiveness. That's a hard thing to do for some people, especially when we have gotten caught up in the era of the technology age, where we think just because we have a remote and we can do 4 or 5 things at one time, we don't have to focus on one thing at that time. We can spread out and offset, but you have to be able to be patient. And then it's going to require you to reinvest in your relationship. You can't sit around and expect someone else to do it. It's up. We focus on it. Taking time and attacking the issue, work on conflict resolution so you can be successful. This is what you have to do. But our next sponsor is Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace.
You want to purchase the best soap and perfume set in South Central Alabama. Contact Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. The owner is Ms. Jennifer Jackson. Contact number 251-369-1344. Or go to Facebook. Type in Jennifer 1N Jackson or Charlie Baker. There's several items like bombshells, chance of a lifetime, love you, lover, sweet savage, mad power, great lotion, and calming lavender sea salt. So please check her out. Again, that number is 251-359-1344. So still by Jackson and Grace.
Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. That's Jennifer Jackson and the team of the Grace family, producing the best soap and perfume scents, as well as lotion, beard oil, and many other things you heard on there. You can connect with Jennifer by giving her a call at 251-227-1885. That's line to her, or go to Facebook, type in Jennifer Jackson. Go to Instagram, type in Jennifer Jackson. Also Charlie Angel, or go to the group page on Facebook, type in Soap Gems by Jackson and Grace. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you for supporting what we're doing in your team that's helping you be prosperous. In any way we can do, we will. If you need to have more information, I have a lot of the products I have here. There are samples, and I can tell you, I can give you, if you say what kind of soaps you have, what are the names, I can give them to you, give you the price for it too, and just tell you the smells are awesome. As we move forward to close out, we want to focus on what does healing from a relationship look like. See, we need to know what healing is. But it's this one word that keep coming up. To think about it, we've said it several times before, that word of emotional stability. But emotional have come in, well-being. It has been mentioned, your emotional well-being. Even as I played that clip from Marianne Williams, it talks about deep emotional well-being. If you so call and allow your emotions to expand because things didn't go your way, you're going to have some challenges. So if you want to heal, and what it looks like when you have worked toward healing is, first of all, emotional stability. That in line with your IQ, emotional IQ. See, you want to be mature. You want to be able to understand what emotional really means in a relationship. What are emotions? How do you define that? Your emotions is the anger that you have because you didn't win. Your emotion is the fear you have of what you think. Emotion is the grief that you may encounter. See, these are the things that you must understand. There are other things that goes along with emotional stability. But you have to have a clear understanding of your emotional state. Are you stable or unstable? See, when we're talking about healing, we're talking about healing from relationship trauma. And if you don't get your emotional well-being stable, you will be unable to heal from that trauma. All you're going to do is push it back in the closet and keep going because, yes, things look good now. But as long as that's there, it's going to always pop up because something is going to trigger you so you'll respond in a manner you're not even comfortable with, not sure what's going on. See, you need to find out how to manage your emotions. If you